What if I told you that thousands of UK pensioners could be sitting on up to £8,000 in unclaimed cash, and the government is finally admitting it? Yes, the DWP has just unveiled a new way for pensioners to claim years of missing payments, and it's shockingly simple. If you or someone you love receives the state pension, you need to hear this, because missing this update could mean losing thousands that rightfully belong to you. Welcome to UK Insight, now your trusted guide for pensions, benefits, and senior living in the UK. Stay informed, stay supported, and enjoy your golden years with confidence. Subscribe now and join the community. For years, there's been a growing issue within the UK pension system: underpayments. Thousands of pensioners have been receiving less than they were entitled to. And while the DWP has been slowly identifying these cases, they've finally rolled out a simplified and faster process to help pensioners claim what they're owed without all the confusing paperwork and endless waiting. This new method is designed to fix one of the biggest problems in the system: pensioners not realizing they were shortchanged, especially women and older retirees whose payments were linked to their spouse's record. Let's take a quick step back and understand how these underpayments happened in the first place. When the UK's state pension system changed in 2016, it replaced the old basic state pension with the new state pension. Under the old system, many married women, widows, and those who took time off work to care for family were entitled to top-ups or category-based pensions linked to their husband's national insurance record. But in countless cases, these increases weren't automatically applied when they should have been. That meant thousands of pensioners, often older women, spent years receiving less than the amount they should have. Some were short by £50 a month, others by hundreds, and when you add that up over years, the total loss could easily reach £8,000 or more. Now, the DWP has introduced a new streamlined method for affected pensioners to check and claim their missing payments. Instead of waiting for the DWP to review old records manually, pensioners can now submit a quick eligibility check online or by phone, using a simplified process that doesn't require deep knowledge of the system or complex forms. Here's how it works. If you think you may have been underpaid, or if you receive a pension that's lower than what others in a similar situation get, you can now request a backdated payment review directly through the DWP's new pension correction service. This process automatically checks your record against a list of known underpayment categories, including married women, widows, over 80s, and those who may have inherited pension rights after a spouse's death. According to official figures, the DWP has already identified over 230,000 pensioners who were underpaid, and the total amount owed is estimated to exceed £1.5 billion. But here's the shocking part: many eligible pensioners still haven't come forward. That's why the government's introducing this new method, to make it easier than ever for people to check their entitlement and claim what's rightfully theirs. So, who exactly qualifies for these backdated payments? Let's go through the key groups the DWP is targeting. Group 1. Married women and widows. If you're a married woman who reached state pension age before April 2016, your pension might have been based on your husband's national insurance record. In many cases, when your husband started receiving his state pension, your rate should have automatically increased to 60% of his basic pension, but for thousands, that never happened. Widows are also eligible if their late husband had built up a higher pension and they never received the proper increase after his passing. If that sounds like you or someone you know, it's definitely worth checking. Group 2. Over 80s. This group includes pensioners aged 80 or older who receive a very low state pension, sometimes under £100 per week. Even if you have little or no national insurance record, once you reach 80, you may be eligible for what's called the over 80 pension, which guarantees a minimum amount each week. However, many people never applied for it, either because they didn't know it existed or assumed they weren't eligible. The new DWP process can automatically identify and correct these cases. Group 3. Divorced or separated women. If you divorced later in life and didn't realize that you could claim a pension based on your former spouse's national insurance record, you might have missed out on years of higher payments. The DWP is now reviewing these records automatically, and under the new system, you can also request a reassessment online. Group 4. People who inherited pensions. When a partner passes away, the surviving spouse is often entitled to part of their additional state pension. But thousands of widows and widowers never receive the inheritance they should have, either due to administrative errors or unlinked records. This new method finally allows the DWP to trace those missing entitlements and pay them back, often with interest. Now, let's talk about how much you could actually get. The average underpayment discovered so far is around £5,000, but some pensioners have received as much as £8,000 or even more in lump sums. And these are not small one-off gestures. They are legally owed amounts that should have been paid out years ago. So even if you think it's too late or that your pension has been running for decades, it's absolutely worth checking. The DWP has said that the new claim method is aimed at speeding up the process, which used to take months, sometimes over a year, to review. Now, in many cases, pensioners can get an update within weeks, and if they're eligible, the money is transferred directly to their account once the review is complete. The system also allows family members to make an enquiry on behalf of elderly relatives, which is a huge relief for families trying to help older parents navigate the process. But how do you actually check if you qualify? There are 3 simple steps. Step 1. Visit the DWP's Pension Underpayment webpage or contact the DWP Pension Service by phone. Step 2. Provide your basic details: your full name, national insurance number, date of birth, and whether you're married, divorced, or widowed. Step 3. The DWP will then review your record and contact you if you're eligible for a correction or backdated payment. They may ask for supporting documents, but for most people, it's all handled internally using existing records. And remember, this is completely free. You don't need to pay any private company or middleman to claim. There's also good news for pensioners who have already passed away but were underpaid. The DWP has said it will automatically issue payments to surviving relatives or estates once underpayments are identified. That means if your late parents or grandparents were eligible, their family can still receive the owed money. However, one word of warning: scammers have already started targeting pensioners, pretending to be from the DWP and offering help to claim these payments for a fee. So be careful. The real DWP will never ask for bank details or charge money up front to process your claim. Always contact them through official channels, not through random phone calls or suspicious websites. So why is the DWP taking this so seriously now? Well, after years of public criticism and parliamentary investigations, the government was forced to admit that systemic errors led to widespread underpayments. Auditors discovered that thousands of women, especially those who retired before 2016, were never given the increases they were due. It became one of the biggest pension scandals in recent years, and this new method is part of the government's attempt to make things right. According to the latest update, over £570 million has already been repaid, and more is on the way as the review continues. But the DWP admits the process isn't complete, meaning more pensioners could still be owed thousands. So, if you've ever wondered whether your pension is lower than it should be, now is the perfect time to find out. Imagine discovering that for the last decade, you were being underpaid by £30 or £50 every single week. That might not sound huge at first, but over 10 or 15 years, It adds up to thousands, enough to help with bills, heating, or even a well-earned holiday. For many pensioners, this new method could be the difference between financial stress and real stability. The government has promised that this new process will continue until every single case is reviewed and every pensioner receives what they're owed. And that's great news, because no one who worked their entire life should have to fight for the pension they earned. So if you think you, your spouse, or your parents could be affected, don't wait. Go to the official DWP website or call the pension service today. It only takes a few minutes, but it could put thousands of pounds back where it belongs in your pocket. And if you've already gone through the process, share your experience. Many people only found out about their underpayment because a friend or relative mentioned it. The more awareness we spread, the fewer pensioners will miss out on what's rightfully theirs. Thanks for watching UK Insight Now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with other seniors who need this info. See you in the next video. Stay well, stay informed,